All right, man. Here we go. Morning Breakfast Show. We're still a little late, so I'm gonna do this for y'all. We're gonna keep IOD Squad $20. The link will be in the YouTube. Let's get this thing popping. 5-star James. I don't care what stars they give. You're 5-star. You've been a 5-star. I was just stars there. Listen, man. University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely, they do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person you played?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this. Nobody. He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I just gotta do what I do.
University of Miami. They land you, and then they land the number one. We call him FOOTBALLVILLE number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties.
Uh-huh.
And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
Because
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's his.
That's just him
yeah.
helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's him playing chess with the team. I told him to
Yeah.
get. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play,
Right.
you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. And like, after that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
No, they didn't touch you. Like,
Yeah, like they did.
explain to me though. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds.
I mean,
Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you. You're teleporting. What's going on?
I'm too fast for a long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like, I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what
Big time players step up in big games. All the criticize and all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big games.
Yo, that's good, man. Let me know where y'all boys from, and let me know in the comment section where y'all from. About to get this thing popping. About to get this thing going. Let me know in the comment section where y'all from. We were 30 minutes late today, so IOD Squad is gonna say we'll keep it $20. We'll keep it $20 for a little bit. So $20 to get in. That's a 40% discount. IOD Squad Investor Die will be first to get a shot at
Maurice Hard Time Alexander. People been calling you Hard Time ever since I could remember. Sometimes they don't even call you their name. I probably know your name was Maurice for a long time. Where the name Hard Time come from?
Shit, I mean, most people probably think it come from like football or something. We was gonna beat Miami and shit. Playing with Butch Davis, you always gonna give yourself a chance. Playing against anybody, you just gonna have to do what he tell you to do, and we was gonna beat Miami and shit. Playing with Butch.
You say no though.
I mean, shit, you know I was hurt, but the energy around, I knew them boys.
Did y'all believe y'all could beat Miami going into that game? It's okay if you say no though.
I mean, shit, you know I was hurt, but the energy around, I knew them boys felt like we was gonna beat Miami and shit. Playing with Butch Davis, you always gonna give yourself a chance. Playing against anybody, you just gonna have to do what he tell you to do, and he gonna put you in a position to win, man.
So you was on the sideline for that game?
I was on the sideline.
On crutches?
On crutches.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was crying too.
You was crying?
Yeah.
At what point did you realize, oh man, they're not finna come back?
I mean, shit, from the first job, I knew like we was on some other. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all. So to that point, what was y'all record? You remember?
We probably were like 500 at that time.
Y'all like 500?
Yeah, probably like
Yeah.
probably like 6-6, some shit.
Yeah. Do you think y'all was underachieving?
At the time?
Yeah.
We was underachieving at the time.
Right.
Cause early in the season, even before I got hurt, we played West Kentucky. That year before that, we blowed them out. We beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then we came back. We had a first game of the season. We lost.
Yeah.
We came back. We played West Kentucky at home. We were up. We ended up losing that game. Heartbreaking. I had a big drop. One of my other teammates had a big drop. So that kind of like, I felt like that was like a wrinkle in the season right there. Like, but
you was at quarterback then? Or
receiver. I was at receiver. Yeah. I was at receiver.
You quarterback your whole life, dog.
Yeah, my whole life.
Yeah. You played for Butch Davis at FIU. Who switched you to quarterback?
It wasn't really so much nobody switched me. My senior year, after my sophomore year, I was playing quarterback, and then what made me want to switch, I felt like I wanted to just give myself a realistic shot.
Right.
You feel me? Just going into the league, as far as it already been a lot going on. You feel me? Cause you feel me? We already against you feel me? Because of that.
Off the camera. So explain it. You said you saw Lamar Jackson, one of the greatest quarterbacks we ever saw.
All time, Lamar Jackson. You feel me? We came out at the same time, coming out of high school. This man went to college, broke all type of records, won Heisman, got the ideal size, height, and they still was questioning, oh, damn, is he gonna be a receiver or not? But yeah, I ain't looking at his situation as that, but I'm looking at it realistically, like I want to really give myself a chance. So I'm like, I'm gonna be real with myself first. Okay, I'm at FIU. Shit ain't really going as butter as I think it should be, but I know what I could do if I get the ball in my hand, like, you feel me? And so I'm gonna go to receiver. I'm gonna think about playing receiver, punt return. Before I even made the move, like, I really was just praying on it, you feel me? That wasn't nothing I just like jumped out there and did. I prayed on it. So then when I started to make the move, it was at that team meeting. Butch is the last one to walk out. I stopped him. We had end up, so we talking. So I'm like, Coach, I could talk to you. He like, yo, what's up, Mo? So we started end up talking. I'm like, Coach, you feel me? For me, I think it's best for me to move the receiver. And
we gonna stop that right there. Oh, we gonna stop that right there. That'll be dropping soon, man. Shout out to y'all. So listen, man, this D Morning Breath Show about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. 239 in the house. Somebody said they're from Florida. Shout out to DJ. DJ was good. Shout out to all the members with their badges. What's good? Let me see these member badges. Chris Young got a 6-month member badge. Let me see. Kyle got a 6-month member badge. Yeah, everybody been member for 6 months. What my 12s at? What my 12s at? What my newbies at? Shout out to everybody in the group me, man. We be doing our thing in the group me. Got another comment down here. Boom, boom, boom. Cal said a bad couldn't fix Manny. Cal, when I read that comment, I was thinking the same thing, Cal. 229 in the house. Where's 229? Where's 229 at, huh? I might have to go ahead and Google that. So listen, man, Investor Die IOD Squad, if y'all want to get involved, the link is at the top. And the number is scrolling at the bottom, 786-405-9499. The number is scrolling at the bottom. If you want to call in, man, after my rant, y'all can come in and talk. You want me to shoot you a link, just holler at me. Say, Street, man, shoot me that link, man. I want to come in. I got a question. You ain't got to come in with audio. You ain't got to come in with video. Everybody ain't as beautiful as me. Everybody ain't as sexy as me. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to come in. You can come in with just the audio. I get that. Right off the back, dog. Right off the back, let's do this. I mean, right off the back, let's do this. I got people actually listening on the podcast. The podcast also, the audio sound of it. Let's do this. Morning Breath Show, Bitcoin. Talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. It's Monday morning. There's no practice this week. I'm not following the Dolphins, man. I'm going to try to get on the sideline with the Dolphins this year, fool. But there's no practice this week. Just was in a space with some homeboys. Listen to them talk. Good stuff. Early morning space, man. That Twitter done created a beast, huh? Boy could talk about whatever all day long. After I did a little bit of trading this morning, called a lucid play this morning, real smooth lucid play. But right off the bat, man, you know it says Street of Rant at the bottom, right? It says Street of Rant. If you just whoever just sent that message, whoever just got in here, the link is at the top. Or the number is 786-405-9499 if you want to get involved with IOD Squad, Investor Die. We talk about crypto, and we let y'all see us trade stocks. We let y'all see what we jumping in, what we jumping out. We got classes, we got videos in there that only people in the Discord can see with us showing you how to do this, showing you how to buy the dip, showing you how to, all that stuff is in there. But what I wanted to rant about, what I wanted to talk about was this. We look at our current coaching staff, right? And I'm just going to go through it off the top of our head, which y'all have heard me say, the University of Miami coaching staff, greatest coaching staff University of Miami ever hired. Y'all heard me say that numerous times. I ain't backpedaling on it. We ain't going backwards on it. Greatest coaching staff ever hired on paper. Charlie Strong, head coach twice, is coaching our linebackers. In the past, we didn't even know who our linebacker coaches was. Mario Cristobal, two Pac-12 championships, I think, was a game out of the college football. If he'd have won, he would have been in college football playoff this year. The best coach we ever hired at the top of his game. We've never hired anybody at the top of their game like Mario Cristobal. Go do your own research. Kevin Steele. We just talked to Kevin Steele in the press conference. Old school dude, right? Old school dude. He don't give up. And I love it. Been doing it too long. He been doing. He done seen it all. Been doing it too long. He probably could look at a kid and read them. Just look at them and read them. Hey, listen, man. This is I've seen this 30 times. This is what you about to do. This is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. That's that experience that we talked about. If I leave anybody out, we got Coach Gaddis, who's still a young coach, but he was the top assistant coach in college football. Top assistant coach in college football. We've added some local guys, if you want to call Jason Taylor local. Jason Taylor is on the staff. It's got them. Jason Taylor has a yellow jacket. You know what I'm saying? He's in the fucking NFL Hall of Fame. You got Ed Reed, legendary Ed Reed, who's at practice a lot now. He has a yellow jacket. Hall of Fame. If I leave anybody out that you guys think really highly of, just let me know. You got, let me see. And think about this. And we lost a few good coaches in the midst of hiring the greatest coaching staff we ever hired. Think about that. Majority of the staff has championship rings. That's a big deal. We heard, I think Gaddis or Steele talk about, listen, a lot of us know each other because we come from the same pedigree. Which I think he was referring to Nick Saban. It was. I think Gaddis or Steele was saying that. It was like we come from the same pedigree. Like just the greatest coaching staff, like on paper, what we ever Steele said that on paper that we've ever seen, right? Am I leaving anybody out that we feel is top notch on this staff? Hell, Coach Roland Smith. Coach Roland Smith, dog, is a pillar in the community, and he's a leader of men. You understand? He's a leader of men. He understands how to win. He played at the University of Miami. He's a part of this staff. He's respected across Florida. Feared. He walk in, think about this. He walk in the coach's office, right? Either the coach gonna hate him because he kicked his ass. Y'all want to hear me talk to my lady? Nah, I ain't gonna let y'all hear me talk to my lady. Either the coach gonna hate him because he kicked his ass, or the coach is gonna respect him to the utmost because he knows what he did. He knows what he did in high school football, and he knows his track record. Period. Who am I leaving out? Anybody else that you guys think highly on the staff? Who am I? Am I leaving anybody out? Anybody else you guys think highly of on the staff? Am I leaving Bueller? Anybody? Anybody I'm leaving out. Hard time as a Florida City boy. Some coaches, dog, some coaches that came from big time SEC schools on our staff are saying they're getting paid $100,000, $200,000 more than they was getting paid where they were. We swinging with the big boys now. It's gonna take some time. But here is my rant. Coach Mirabal. My bad. Coach Mirabal, the O-line whisperer. Mario Cristobal's right-hand bed is coaching our O-line, which is a place where we struggled in a long time. You know what I'm saying? We got DVD on the staff. One of the top recruiters that we've seen. DVD get in any room, any moment here. I don't know what he be doing, but he's good at it. He's great at it. Coach Adai, who we confirmed, told Kirby Smart. DJ Mitty, what did he tell Kirby Smart? Put it in the comment section. We confirmed this to be true, finally. But here's my issue. We look at this current staff, right? Shout out to Edge, best tasting indie drink on the planet. Best tasting indie drink on the planet. The link is in the description, man. Go get you a 12-pack. And if any one of y'all brought a 12-pack of Edge, you after it's gone, you're gonna buy another one. I think it's cracking Edge. I don't know what's going on. We look at this current staff, right? And why, as Hurricane fans, football fans, right? Why aren't you guys furious at the previous staffs that were hired, let's say the last 20 years? I haven't heard one person say, hey, if we just hired a football staff on the caliber of most of the winning colleges in college football, what the fuck were we doing the last 20 years? Sometimes I sit and I'm looking at the ceiling. My girl feeding me grapes. Her girlfriend feeding me cheese. And I'm saying to myself, how were we letting them hire Al Golden and a used car salesman as a defensive coordinator, and we wasn't up in arms? How were we allowing them to hire, which everybody wanted hire, my dog Randy Shannon? We all wanted Randy Shannon hire, but then not allowing Randy Shannon to hire people around him to help him grow as a head coach. We see the final staff, and we were not up in arms. What the fuck is this? We should have been flying. The plane should have been flying game one of every season. Are y'all following me? This is Mark. You're not a member, Mark, but this is funny. That's funny. Chris Jones, we got another one in here now. We don't add an earthquake to the comment section. That's funny. How were we allowing them? But these are the conversations I want to have with you, the fan, because sometimes the fan is just emotional and just don't think. How did we go from John Gruden wanting to be at the University of Miami? We heard my brother be hunching his auntie sometimes, and she say that she work at a coffee shop sometime. John Gruden agent coming there, and she heard John Gruden agent say, "Hey, me and John flying down to Miami this weekend." John Gruden, the candidate for the next Miami Hurricane job, and then we hire Al Golden. And nobody was like, Tipple, what the fuck? How did we allow this to happen? Do you think, and I hate referring to these country boys all the time, but they've been kicking ass, so I ain't got no choice. Do you think Alabama fans, right, would allow them to hire Manny Diaz, Danny Miez? And Manny's a good guy. I like Manny. But as their next head football coach, they'll burn that motherfucker down, the school and the tree. No, Uncle Luke. No, Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke. No, Uncle Luke. You've always been saying something, and everybody want to ignore you and get mad and get in their emotions because it's like you're talking about their child. When you talk about a fan's football team, it's like talking about their child. No, your child isn't smart. The motherfucker 4 years old and he ain't talking yet. And they get all... You right, Luke. You was saying something. And everybody gets so emotional. So emotional. Luke, I wish you could come on here right now. Man, I'm gonna send you a link text, dog. You can come on audio. You don't even gotta come on video. You were saying something. But how were we allowing that as a fan base to happen? Is the question. We was just accepting mediocrity. We was allowing them to hire Manny Diaz and then not give Manny Diaz money to go get a staff. He got to hire his homeboys. He got to bring 3 of his homeboys. Then he go get one good elite coach, and then the rest of the elite coach staff is trained. So you go get a DC, and then you go get a good cornerback coach, and now he got to train everybody else around. How was we allowing that to happen, dog? How? One second. See if we can get Coach Luke to come on here for a second. Just audio. You ain't even got to come on video. But how? How, dog? So Dre Shannon said Alabama got lucky. They got lucky with Saban hired. They was having. I remember that little stint that Alabama. I remember that little stint that Alabama wasn't good. I remember that. I remember that. Let's go look at Alabama record. But that's what my rant is about, dog. That's my issue. Ooh, Alabama record the last 10 years is disgusting. Have you ever seen this on one page? Like, have you ever seen this? Oh, there we go. So now the Coach Luke in the house.
This is my lunch.
Neighbors in the studio.
Woman on the front of the thing up here.
It's your lunchtime. What you mean it's your lunchtime?
Shit, I had to work and make money for a living. Before I go to the charity cases, the charity practice, Miami Edison. You know that's for free.
Let me say this right out the bat. Listen,
you ain't give me no Bitcoin tips. You ain't give me no cryptocurrency. You the expert in this shit. and you ain't come down, sit down, and tell me how that worked already.
Whenever you're ready, though. I've been trying to get you to give me tips on how to get into to the mayors and how you get to talk to the damn vice president. You know what I'm saying?
Kamala Harris?
That's
my friend.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I've been trying to get you to get me into that world a long time. So let's trade. We'll trade. You know what I'm saying? We'll trade.
No problem.
Bitcoin to set you free, big dog.
You know, a friend of mine, Larry Williams, been trying to get me on that Bitcoin. Then my barber, he buys and sells Bitcoin. Then I always check you out to try and get a little bit of information. Then they got the NFTs, and they keep telling me I got so much NFT content, and I don't know how that works. We need to get together so we can make some millions. I give you a cut on my NFTs. You just managed all the shit.
My NFT guy here, Richard. We about to drop our NFTs on the 18th. Richard, did you hear that? Luke does have NFT content. He done. We gonna talk, Luke. All right.
Yeah,
But
you
look,
make a whole bunch of money. I don't work people for free.
no, listen. It's you don't have to. You understand. You don't have to understand something to make money in it. You just got to be able to know people that know about it. You get that?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Put the right people in the right position to make the plays.
Right, exactly. Right, exactly. So listen, you hear what I'm saying this morning? Like, if we look at this current staff, how are we not pissed off about the staff that we saw hired in the past? We see a real coaching staff now. It's almost like when I first saw Cannabis rap, right? The rapper Cannabis. And I was like, well, if Cannabis is rapping, what the fuck was everybody else doing? Because he sounds totally different. You know what I'm saying? With a different passion. How did we allow them to hire Al Golden and not give him any money to hire staff? To hire Randy Shannon and then not give him any money to hire staff, and the fans not go ape shit on game one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, traditionally, Miami never needed money, they didn't need money to attract coaches. When you look back in the history of the program with Butch Davis and Jimmy Johnson and Howard Snellenberger and all those guys. See, Howard Snellenberger, what attracted coaches to Miami was the talent and the fact that it ain't about money with coaching at Miami. I'm going to have a bunch of talent and I'm going to be able to go get a big check somewhere else, and I can be a coordinator or I can be a head coach. That's why you saw back in the days Gary Stevenson. He was the offensive coordinator at the Miami Dolphins. Gary Stevenson came to the University of Miami to become the offensive coordinator. He wasn't asking for a bunch of money. You know, he knew that there was talent and it would catapult him into getting another job. If you look at the staff, look at all the people who coached at Miami under Jimmy Johnson. You had Ed Orgeron, you had Tommy Tuberville, Eddie Grand, you had some of the top coaches that are in the NCAA right now. Some top head coaches who coached on those staffs. They were good. They just knew that this would be a stepping stone for them to get to where they want to go at because of the talent. So it really wasn't about money. That's why you heard all the stories of the raggedy weight room and all that. They just wanted a football field coach, some talent. And the same thing, I'll tell you this, when Mark Richt was there, I'll tell you this, and I remember Jeff Stotland, the offensive line coach. The offensive line coach, he's the offensive line coach at Philadelphia Eagles right now. He was Miami's offensive line coach under Randy Shannon. Pananzio, who's the special team coach at Philadelphia Eagles right now, he was under Randy Shannon. You know, Randy had some good coaches. He just had a horrible coordinator at offense. And, you know, their philosophy was bad. So he had some top-of-the-line coaches. Nobody would never know it. When Golden got the job, I remember Stotland telling me, because Stotland then went to Alabama to become the O-line coach, and Mario actually coached up under him. Stotland told me when they were recruiting Amari Cooper, and I was the defensive coordinator at Northwestern, and I took Coop to the camps and all that, and they came down with him and Nick, and I remember in the gymnasium, he said, they're getting this motherfucking Al Golden all this money. These guys walking around with iPads, riding around on jets. They never gave us that kind of money when Randy was the head coach. Right. I clearly remember Stotland telling me that at the Northwestern gym when they were trying to get Coop and Artie Burns. So they give a little more money every time they get another coach. You got to remember, they bought Manny Diaz out of his contract from Temple. They paid like $20 million or some shit like that.
Man, you're gonna make me throw up. You're gonna make me throw up.
Yeah, I know. And even before that, and let me tell you something. What a lot of people don't. It's still a lot of it is still. I ain't letting the university off the hook, but a lot of it still is on the head coach. For instance, right? T. Martin, who's the coach at, who the receiver coach at the Ravens right now. T. Martin had just got fired at USC. T. Martin called me up when Mark Ritt was there. And T. Martin said, hey, look, I'm already getting $2 million from USC. I don't need no money. You know what I'm saying? They could just pay me $50,000 because what people don't realize in college, you get a guaranteed contract, 3 years. They fire you before 3 years. That other university still got to pay you. So a lot of times, a lot of coaches will take another job where they won't expect a lot of money because they're already getting paid big money at the previous job.
Right.
So T. Martin said, I'll come to Miami and be the offensive coordinator. I didn't hit up. I hit Mark Ritt and I hit up the athletic director. And I say, hey, AD, you know, my man T. Martin want to come down here. He don't want no money. You know what I'm saying? His son is coming to Miami to play baseball anyway. He'll come because he already getting 2 years. He still got 2 years left on his contract. He already getting paid. He want to come to Miami. He knows that if he comes to Miami, that's going to push him to getting the opportunity to become a head coach. So it becomes a smart move, you know, like us as entertainers. We got to go on. We'll go do American Music Awards for free because we know we're going to sell a lot of records. That's going to push us to making more money. So a lot of times, a lot of coaches do that. The staff and then you got to be smart and strategic with it. A lot of the people on Mario's staff right now, when you really look down at it from a business standpoint, a lot of those guys were not getting renewed contracts. For instance, the offensive coordinator, and that's what you got to do as a coach. You got to find out who's on their last year of their contract, offer them a better contract. Michigan did not extend the offensive coordinator contract, so that made him available. So now you call his agent and say, man, Michigan ain't extend his contract. You want to come here? And he gonna be like, hell yeah, fuck that. I'm coming over here. I'm getting a 2-year or 3-year contract over here versus sitting here and they're gonna fire me next year.
So you think they were gonna fire him?
Well, the thing is, Harbaugh had extended everybody else's contract. Once he came back and said, I'm not going to the league, he extended everybody else's contract but his contract.
Whoa.
And so the same thing with the defensive back coach. The same thing with, you know, the only person who did get, once he got an offer to come to Miami, was the running back coach. The running back coach, once, you know, Lane heard he was getting ready to leave, Lane then offered him double the salary. Lane offered him somewhere around $700,000. So they became in a bidding war with the running back coach. And Lane was highly pissed off. That was the only person who got his offer matched. So you have to be real strategic and smart about it. And that's the same thing with Steele. Steele was, and it's, you know, same thing with, so you got to be strategic. And okay, if a coach already, you know, like back when I tweeted when Lane took over FAU and the staff that he put at FAU, and I said, this is the best college staff in the state of Florida. And people were thinking I'm crazy. His first year, he had his brother as defense coordinator, who was the defense coordinator at Ole Miss. He had across the board, top of the line coaches. Him, the receiver coach was Flea, who's now up over there at Jackson State with assistant head coach with Dion. He had Mathis as his D-line coach. The brother was the defense. I mean, he had top of the line coaches. These are guys who were out there, you know, looking for a reboot, and under their last year of their contracts. So Manny's problem, it wasn't really about the money. It was more about Manny wanted to be the smartest guy in the room. So You know, I knew that shit was gonna go bad. You know, after I knew it was,
After
I'm telling
what?
you, I mean, people, I knew it was gonna go bad the first day he hired the defensive coordinator. He was the defensive coordinator at La Tech, the same year that fucking Lane Kiffin at FAU them ran up the score on this dude. They put like 45 points on him, and so you get a guy from La Tech who just got blowed the fuck out, who defense was one of the worst defenses in the country, but because he was your GA at Texas,
Right.
and your GA at La Tech assistant, you make him your defensive coordinator so you can run your shit through him.
Right.
And then fake like you fired him as the coordinator when the shit was going bad, then you became the coordinator.
Yeah, I heard that before, right? My fans have heard that before. And that man over there looking like, he over there looking at me, he's like, what kind of snitching sign shit was that?
Yeah, exactly. And so,
Right.
and the same thing, Randy Shannon's biggest problem, again, Randy Shannon's problem was Whipple. When he hired Whipple, and Randy and I love Randy, that's like my brother, and I keep it 100. When it comes to Hurricanes, fucking keep it 100. I say, Randy, you got Ja'Cory Harris, you need to put him in the spread. And he said, nope, we're not going to put him in the spread. The Miami is a pro-style offense, and that's not going to get him ready for the league. Randy's problem was he looked at everybody like he was like they were his sons, and he was helping them get to the league, and it wasn't much more about, okay, I got to win some fucking games, and I got to change to what they're doing, and I'm recruiting these guys, and I'm taking them out of their comfort zone. He didn't get that.
Who was Ja'Cory Harris offensive coordinator?
Shit. He had two.
Comment section. The comment section
Knicks
gonna tell
and
us.
Whipple.
Knicks and Whipple. I interviewed Ja'Cory Harris. There's two parts to it. Off camera, I asked him, do you think you were smarter than Patrick Dix? What do you think he said?
I think he said yes.
Luke, he didn't even bat an eye. He said, hell yeah. He said, he said, D, when I learned that Northwestern, I came in smarter than him.
Okay, stay right there.
I'm staying.
What I learned at Northwestern
under Telly Lockett, Chris Perkins. Yep.
Perkins, who was his offensive, was his quarterback coach. Chris Perkins was Teddy Bridgewater quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, and Jeffrey Godfrey and Rakeem Cato. Right. And so that's why I be screaming holy hell, but everybody be like, your friend. And Chris Perkins' daddy was the coach for Geno at Miramar.
Was he?
OC
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So people go to thinking, oh, Luke looking out for his homeboys. Them two quarterbacks play, and you know just as well as I know, quarterback play in South Florida has never been like it was then, because those guys are removed from South Florida high school football.
Yeah, Luke.
Quarterback play ain't never been.
I trade every day on the stock market with EJ. EJ, you know who EJ is? Remember EJ, the quarterback before Ja'Cory Harris?
Yep.
The little Eldrin Jones. That's my nephew. Who used to throw the ball to Tim Brown.
Ask Eldrin who his coach was at Northwestern.
I interviewed him too. Yes. See, that's what I'm getting at. That's my nephew. That's
Chris Perkins.
Yeah, he's my cousin. He said He said Ja'Cory learned from us. Perk would take us in there. We would have tests every week. And if you didn't know the test, you didn't play. EJ is one of the smartest quarterbacks I ever seen. Came from Chris Perkins. Yep. But people don't value things when they're black, dog. And I don't know how we got like that. Exactly.
And see, and so when I scream, I want Perk to coach at Perk will work at University of Miami for free right now. He loved Miami like we love Miami. Right. And when I say Mario give Perk a job, he just left FAU. This man was coaching the running backs like he was coaching quarterbacks. The running backs know pass protection. They know this. The running backs would go in the room right now. The new running back coach at FAU will tell you right now, I ain't got to do nothing with these motherfucking running backs because they know everything. They smarter than the fucking quarterback. back there.
Right.
Because that guy has a unique way
Cumberland went to the league
teaching,
too, right?
Teaching. And so
yeah,
it goes beyond me, you know, when people don't, you know, when you know, I be thinking I'm like on some homeboy network. I got a lot of homeboys that can't coach places, but that's one situation. But going back to what we're talking about with Manny and all these coaches, they have the opportunity to get coaches. Mario's smart enough to be the executive, and I know Mario was going to be smart enough because the great thing about Mario is he's not an offense coordinator, he's not a defense coordinator, he's not a special team coach. He's an offensive line coach, so he has no choice but to get brilliant people around him.
right.
He has no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm a defensive guy, so it takes a whole lot for me to give my defense to somebody, even in high school. You know,
so you think that's a positive? You think that's a positive? I've heard football heads say it's a negative that he's not.
It is a negative.
No, they know it's a negative that he's not a guru on offense or defense, and he will always have to hire a coordinator. So you think that's a positive?
That's a positive because that makes him a head coach. Supposed to be an executive. Head coaches have a lot of shit to do. You know what I'm saying? They have. You know, Jimbo Fisher would never win the national championship in the SEC. You could do that shit in what you call it. I ain't gonna say never, but it'll be difficult for him to win because he's calling play. Look at Nick. Nick is the executive. When the running back, think about it. When the running back coach, let's use that for example. When the North Carolina running backs ran for like what 700 yards on us in one game?
Yes, man. I don't know. 500. They set a record.
Okay, it was 500.
Two of the motherfuckers had 200 yards. That's some shit I never seen before.
Some shit me in the football world never seen before.
Right.
Do you know what happened the next year?
What?
Nick Saban hired the fucking running back coach
from North Carolina.
From North Carolina.
Because he knows what he knows. Either it's the running back coach, but the running back coach saw what they did to accomplish that shit. Right.
He's gonna get the hottest coaches, and that's what you got to do. But you could do that. You can do that with money. So Mario put together this great staff with two things going on. He's very strategic at what he did with hiring guys, and he has no problem. You know, he ain't got no problem with himself. If you never played football before, if you never trade stocks, Bitcoin, but you just read up on this shit and you walked up in the room, you know the lingo, the Bitcoin lingo and the NFT lingo and shit, but you ain't never fucking sold an NFT in your life. You ain't never traded no Bitcoin, but you know the lingo. You go up in there and your daddy say, hey, look, I'm going to give you a Bitcoin company. And you go to saying, okay, I want you to run this Bitcoin company. You talking all this beautiful shit, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to hire somebody that's smarter than you. But if you're really smart, you're going to be sitting up there, shit, I'm the motherfucking boss. I ain't give a fuck. Let me go hire me a bunch of smart motherfuckers around me. That's the guy who's going to be successful. So Mario's sitting there, I'm the executive. I am the motherfucking head coach of this bitch. That's why when you went to the practice the other day, and they walked on the field, and he said, fuck that. All you motherfuckers go back, coaches, players, every swinging dick. When I blow this fucking whistle, you run on this motherfucking field.
Yep.
That's a boss. Everybody use the shit boss. That's a boss. I ain't shit, I hired all you motherfuckers and I can fire all y'all. Excuse my French. But I don't want to be the smartest person.
Right.
And if I am the smartest person in this corporation and I know everything, then we're gonna lose. And that's why.
Do you feel you have to always remind people of that? Do you Mario would always have to remind? Do you think you have to remind people that, or eventually they'll?
No, it's your presence.
Got you.
When FOOTBALLVILLE step up on the yard, all the other motherfucking websites and and podcast, they back the fuck up. You ain't got to go tell them motherfucker, hey, Footballville out here. No. The kids know. The other motherfuckers around you know. Everybody know. Oh, shit, there you go. God damn it. He finna hijack the show.
Right. I appreciate that, man. I got a question for you, man. You gonna answer it?
I answer any question.
I want you to explain this to my people. When you got mad about Ryan Collins back in the days, right? Because they wasn't going to start him or something like that, right? About the quarterback in University of Miami, and they wasn't starting the black guy. What was his name from Miami Lakes?
Ryan Collins.
When you got mad about that, right? And then you threatened, hey, listen, if y'all do this, I don't know what your verbiage was. I turn all them motherfuckers in, right? Why were you so mad?
Yeah, well, Butch Davis had came in, and they interviewed him, and he said that Ryan Collins won't be the starting quarterback.
Okay.
Now, this is after Ryan Collins was the starting quarterback for I think maybe the last, I know definitely the last year, but then probably the last 2 years he took the job. He had like 500 yards passing and shit. He had some passing percentage, up under like 97% or some shit. Right. And he was, running the ball, doing all this. So Butch came in and said, oh, he's not going to be my quarterback. Now, back then, there was no such thing as transfer portal. Your ass going to have to sit out and all that. I thought that was racist, that for him to not even evaluate this young man, but not even give a damn about what he did as a quarterback. So I thought it was racist. And so at that time, they were investigating the university. They were sending NCAA investigators to my house and all this shit. And I was like, oh, so I made a statement to a reporter, and he took the bitch completely out of context.
Right.
I was like, I'm being investigated. Yeah, I got these fucking NCAA motherfuckers coming to my house and shit and all that there. And they trying to get University of Miami the fucking death penalty and everything like that. And then I said, well, shit, if they don't start Ryan Collins, then they might get his damn self a death penalty. So then the guy lumped all that shit in to one and said, Luther Campbell says he's gonna fucking tell everything if Miami gonna get the death penalty.
Luke, listen, because now we got these black platforms where guys like you can come on and talk comfortably. Why do you feel like you have to be the voice for Ryan Collins? Could you please explain that to people?
Because even back then, before I have a platform. And I know if I say certain things, I defend certain people. If I put my name on certain things, then people will listen. Versus the guys at the barber shop where we go get our hair cut, they sell a bunch of shit in the barber shop, but it never leaves the door because the barber he don't have a platform. He don't have a big name where shit. If half the shit in the barber shop, and you know, half the shit that is said, because you're sitting in the shop and there's a whole bunch of people sitting in the chair and we had these open discussions. That's the Bible said, fuck half the shit. If half the shit is said that was in the barbershop, shit.
The motherfucking barber knows everything. Them motherfuckers in there know everything.
Them motherfuckers, because again, they cutting everybody's hair. They sitting there listening.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
They getting that shit from everywhere. So they get more information than anybody. Some motherfuckers sitting there texting. They looking down at your goddamn text. Now you talking, and they get more information than they ever got. Before they were getting the information you thought it was. But again, I felt like I was probably the only person who could say it. The media at the time, and even right now, unlike, well, not now, because there are platforms like your platform and other black outlets that are getting the message out. You know, the media at the time, there was no black representation in the Miami Herald.
Zero.
So the Miami Herald, which I call, you know, in Sun Sentinel propaganda machines, they're gonna write. Those guys are gonna write from their perspective, and their perspective is not our perspective.
Right.
Their perspective is from a white perspective, and they don't see a color problem. Most white people, when I put on my shit, and you probably too, when you say something is racist, they don't understand it. What do you mean? Why do you always got to say it's racist? There's no such thing as racism in this country. You know, they don't get it. You know, and so I said that. I jumped out there and said what I said in the Ryan Collins situation, and that kind of forced Butch to play him. But it was fair. I mean, God, you
how did he do when he get?
You wouldn't do that to a white quarterback. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't come in like right now. The starting quarterback, University of Miami,
Van Dyke.
Mario wouldn't come in and say no shit like that to Van Dyke after the year that he had. That's the same situation. Ryan Collins had the same year, or maybe better, somewhere around the same numbers that Van Dyke had, and Mario get the job. Mario ain't finna come in and throw Van Dyke in the fucking garbage for Garcia.
He actually said the opposite. He said Van Dyke one of the top quarterbacks and best quarterback in the nation.
And now he had a first-round quarterback that the Dolphins should have got. This coming from a coach that had a first-round quarterback 2 years ago.
Right. Now, I wanted you to explain that, bro, because you know why I asked you that. You've been doing this shit a long time. You know why.
Yeah. You got these haters. They want to say shit.
Right.
Hey, look, listen. No matter how many times me and you ask me and I explain my position, you know, on coaches at Miami, players that Miami didn't offer, that went to other schools, and they want to say I'm supporting other schools. No matter how many times we say it, these narrow-minded, small-minded haters are going to they just gotta hate. And unfortunately, that's the way of the world. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know, walked the lands, and no matter how many people he saved, and by no means are we even in the category of Jesus Christ, but no matter how many people he saved, they still had haters running around saying, "Oh, he ain't the Son of God. He ain't saving nobody. He ain't this. He ain't that." And you know, and no, they didn't. This group didn't put him on the cross. Well, how the hell did he get on the cross? So I have no problem with that. If the mightiest mighty of men take the hate and just keep on down the path doing what he gotta do, man, fuck that.
Listen, so you said it don't matter, huh? You said it don't even matter, Street.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You just keep doing what you do.
I appreciate that, bro.
You keep doing what you do, and that's it. Because I mean, you gotta live with yourself.
Because people don't see. They don't see what I see. The things that you do no different than you as a young black rapper saying, "Fuck this. I'm finna fight for all rappers coming behind me. And we finna lay on the fucking cross. We finna go to jail, and we're gonna get this shit right. We're gonna be able to say what we want to say in our music. And you're still the same person in football, in politics. You know what I'm saying? You're still the same person fighting, and motherfuckers without vision can't see that.
Hey, and you can't see it, but the thing is, you know, I quit every day. I quit. Because sometimes the haters, you know, it'd be so much hate, then I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing this? I don't need to do this shit. I could be with the rest of the I could be over at Puff Daddy house with Lil Wayne and fucking Nicki and motherfucking Drake and all them drinking Cosmopolitans and listening to music and jumping up and down the pool with the girls. I ain't gotta be going to football practice. I don't have to be going to these community meetings. I don't have to be raising money and taking kids on college tours. I'm taking away from my fucking family. What the fuck am I doing this shit for? You know, I don't have to be the voice of the people or the silent majority. You know, I ain't got to go to my youth program out there and go fight the city for money and the county for money to be put into the program so that the kids can be able to have the top of the line teachers and be able to go travel around the world. But you know what? When I go look at them kids when I look at them kids, I say it always reminds me when they had a little smile on their face, this is what I'm doing it for, because I know I was a kid growing up in Liberty City and we didn't have all this. We couldn't go out of town.
Right.
Got out. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't do things. We didn't have the opportunity. So shit. Man, I look at them and that shit bring my ass back. It brings me back. You know, I go to my little high school over there. Yeah. You know, in a minute I'll be on the highway, you know, driving down there, going away from my job because I have so much, I got work stacked up, you know, publishing deals, music deals, catalogs, TV contracts and shit. I got a whole bunch of that shit I got to look at, but I put it to the side until I get back. People don't see that.
Why,
you know
though?
But I don't care.
Why, though? Why?
Yeah, I do it because I you know, when I look at these kids and I see that, you know, they don't have an opportunity. They don't have an out. Right. You know, I love going out. I could be, you know, my friends be playing golf. You know, all these top athletes that have so much information that they could be pouring into some other young people. I say to myself, man, I love doing this shit. I love going out there, helping them, you know, navigating them to doing something great. You know, you know, when we grew up, it was a lot of kids that we saw great athletes, but they didn't have no guidance. You know, my coach in high school when I played football, Miami Beach Senior High, the guy came back from the NFL, and this what kind of got me. He said, none of you, he was a linebacker coach. He blew his knee out. His career was over with. He said, none of y'all going to the NFL. So he gave us the numbers. He was like, there's only 1,200 guys in the NFL, and you have a better chance of catching the lottery and getting in the league. There's only 100 guys that may get drafted, and you're competing against every high school player from around the country. But what he left out was that you can use this, you can play football. And I stopped playing. I stopped playing my 12th grade year because that guy told me that. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I need to refocus on something else. I played all my life. 4-year Pee-wee, Super Pee-wee, 4, 5. I got bused to Miami Beach. I got paid to come play over there in the Optimist, leaving Boys Club. I'm one of the top motherfuckers going in and top motherfucker in the 11th grade. I said, oh, shit, I need to refocus. Right. This shit ain't going to get this motherfucker just left the league side. And I started doing the numbers, but he did not tell us you can take football and you can get a free scholarship. Why not? He didn't tell. He missed that part out. He left that part out. That part out. And then I said, God damn. Even though that did help me get to where I was going at, you know, God had a plan. So that was all a part of the plan. But then that part was to me saying, you know what? He left that part out. Yes, you became successful doing something different than football, which I thank God for. But I can take this football knowledge that I know and not have and pour that into kids being able to get a scholarship and be able to go to college and then get an education, come back, be productive young men and all that. And so that is why I do what I do when it comes to football and coaching. That's why I got my youth program, 32 years this year. And we do that to give these kids another outlet and an opportunity to be able to do it. Like last year, we did the college tour. And we count up the number, we count up the scholarships. We count up the scholarship offers and the scholarships that our kids get. So we'll take how much it costs to go to University of Clemson, a 4-year scholarship. What is that worth? So what we do is we take all the worth of all the offers that the kids got, and then we say, well, we almost have $1 billion worth of scholarship offers. That's how I look at it. Right. And so, like we have, okay, we got this kid offer, this kid scholarship, this kid scholarship. So when you add it up, this is how much money that all this shit is worth. That we put in, all the work is worth. So a kid might be going to Miles College, he might go to St. Thomas or Flomo or Edwin Waters, or it's somewhere your ass gonna leave to go to. And
Right.
you're going to get a free degree. And that when you put it on the wall, you can put it up there with the University of Miami, and all the rest of that shit is accredited college, university degree.
Is there any program in school that puts more kids in college than the football team?
No.
Why does that never get said?
They never say that because that takes away from the, I love all the teachers and everything. It takes away from the teachers. The teachers union, they're very powerful. They don't believe in paying coaches. They believe in all the success is based on the teacher, which the teacher plays a major role in it.
Right.
But at the same time, football, you take football away from these schools, then the ratio and the numbers of who goes to college from what academic subject will be low as fuck. And unless you had Gulliver Prep, not Prep, but Gulliver, Heritage,
Right.
all these, schools who just teach hardcore academics and getting you ready for the ACT, SAT test to then score high to be able to get in without paying as much money as you should be paying. Our kids in the public schools, it ain't about academics, it's about the tests. And that's one thing I could say this crazy ass governor did was get rid of the tests. And hopefully they just need to implement, getting these kids ready so that they could be able to score high on this ACT and SAT so they can get better placement in colleges. Like like for me, it's another thing that we do at our school. Because my GPA, the GPA to play in high school football is 2.0. The GPA of playing for me is 3.0. You can't play.
Why you do that? Explain why you do that.
Because the most important part of it is it sets you up to one. I tell my young men, I say your transcript is like me as an adult, my FICO score, my credit report. If my credit report is fucked up and I'm late to class, late on payments, didn't pay, didn't go in and get the grades, my my FICO score is gonna be low. My credit score is gonna be low. And my ass is not gonna be able to buy a house, not gonna get a car, not gonna get in. All my interest rate on anything, I can't get a credit card. So I'm getting you ready for life. So now if your transcript, late to class, late here, not doing the work, fail, FFDDD, then that's a reflection of you as a man.
Right.
And so now when the college comes in and he say, I want to see what kind of man you are, what kind of person you are is a reflect. Your transcript is a reflection as to what type of person you are. If you're a 2.3 guy, yeah, you can get in college with 2.3, but then that says that you're irresponsible. You don't take care of business. You don't comprehend well, and you don't pay attention, because all you gotta do is go in the classroom and pay attention. You'll get this shit the same way you pay attention to football. So, and that sets you up to be able to go to open up to go in different colleges. I got at least my best player on my team is a 4.1 GPA. That's Mr. Joseph. 4.1 GPA.
He has the best GPA on the team too. He
was until this kid St. James came over. St. James is out of control. Ray and the quarterback are 4.1. Ray is 4.18. And I do little things. Hey man, y'all, whoever is highest GPA get a $500 gift certificate. and all that. So we do stuff like that to encourage all the rest. So Ray beat everybody out before St. James. St. James is a 4.8.
Tell these people who you're talking about when you say Ray, man.
Nathaniel Joseph, the young man who's committed
to Clemson. The one who went viral with the Flash outfit on. You saw that shit?
Yeah. He sent me that shit. I said,
Luke, he owned something with that, bro.
No,
but these kids don't understand it, dog. They don't understand it. He's on to something with that in 7-on-7.
Out of control. He's out of control. hey, Ray, listen, man. When one of the brightest kids, I know. You know that kid. I mean, he's a gentleman and a scholar. That's the type of kid that you want to marry your daughter. If you have one, I mean, professional and everything. You tell him something, you give him a project, he'll go and he'll do the research and all these different. That's what type of young man he is. That's why I sit there with me and him talking. It's almost like I'm talking to another grown up, But I do know he's a kid, so you have to then give him things to go and research. When they're that high in GPA, they could do research. They understand. They can listen. They can process a lot faster because their attention span is not short like a lot of other young men. So that kid, I'm telling you, he's special.
Damn.
No,
is Miami on him now? Miami recruiting him now? They own him this now?
Mario, when B-Mac was there, he jumped on him hard. B-Mac has been gone. Only person that have mentioned him is Mario. He'll text me, I want Ray, fuck Clemson. That's how me and Mario talk. No, that motherfucker really talk like that. Fuck Clemson. Hey, he'll send me a text 6 o'clock in the morning. Fuck Clemson, Ray to Miami.
Man, when I talked to Devon Mortimer, the other small kid from Dillard last year, and he told me that Miami told him, the wide receiver coach told him he was too small. The way he said it to me, man, Luke, he said it like the shit hurt his feelings. As talented as that fucking kid is, he said it like it hurt his feelings.
That's what Miami coach told.
I know, right. He told him the same thing.
Yeah.
And I looked at Mortimer and I said, man, fuck them. They don't know who you are. And that's me talking to him man to man, because now I realize as a kid coming from a struggle, he got somebody with that logo on telling him that it bothers him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it bothers him. And I'm like, dog, listen, they don't know who you are. Like, so go do what you do and come back, you know what I'm saying, and do what Tutu Atwell did. And that's how I kind of look at it when you tell them to
get motherfucking like drafted. And, exactly. And get drafted. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. That's when people like me fucking go crazy, because I know how the program was built and what the program was built on. And then I know when the program is going sideways with the coaches, but yet still they want to embrace the history. That shit be burning me up. Oh, you want to run around with talking about, we got swag and all this shit, but you haven't embraced the culture of this program and what we do. We get the best players and we let that shit work itself out. No matter how big, small you are. Warren Sapp would have never been there at his height and weight. If it was, he don't even have the measurables right now. The motherfucking in the Hall of Fame.
I just talked to Warren. I said we're gonna do a show with him fishing, man. I'm trying to get Warren on the show. But listen, bro, I know you got to get out of here, man. One last thing I'm gonna ask you that only you can answer, okay? Does looking at fine ass thick women is it ever gonna get old for me? You the only motherfucker that can answer that.
Is it ever gonna get old for you?
Yeah, will it ever get old? Looking at a bunch of goddamn women. No, it don't never get old.
Hey, never. Even when you're gonna have to start using the blue pill and you ain't working the way you used to work, it still ain't gonna get old.
And that's coming from
your eyes. I tell some of my friends, I say you can have the ugly eye. Some of my friends got the ugly eye. They just have the ugliest girlfriends ever. And they think them motherfuckers is drop dead gorgeous. So, hey, Hey, you got them friends where they be sitting up there telling, man, this motherfucker bad as fuck.
My homeboy Frog, you know Frog. Rui Glass little brother. My homeboy Frog, Rui Glass little brother. He got an ugly eye, dog. You know Rui. I know you know Rui Glass.
Yeah,
I know you do.
You done put the man out there.
I'm a nigga. I'm a best friend for real. Give a fuck.
Hey, but no, it'll never get old, man. You always see them women. You always, no matter how old you are, you're gonna know the best talent. You know, the older you get, we learn about the crazy women. Oh, don't know, she fine as hell, but that motherfucker crazy. She got them crazy red flags coming up. Yeah. But you'll be all right.
Yeah. Nah, man, shout out to my homeboy Frog, man. Listen, man, your wife is beautiful, man. In high school, when we were growing up, you had the ugly eye. Your wife is beautiful, dog. You did.
No, you didn't kill. No, you can't take that shit back now.
Nah, Erica, I love you, Erica. You knew you wasn't part of it.
That's the dude you take with you, because he gonna get the ugly girlfriend. You get the fine one.
But now, I asked you that because I want a rock video, motherfucker sitting around the pool with 30 goddamn fine ass women, and I'm saying to myself, does this shit ever get old? Well, there's our answer.
Never get old.
Gonna get old.
Hey, once you know talent, you know talent.
Appreciate you, man. Go ahead.
No doubt, man. Love you, man. Keep up the good work.
Anytime, bro.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all, listen. I guess he done explained the Ryan College shit 1,000 times, and y'all still, and people still gonna take it for what it is. So I guess he just explained it again. But he's at a level where he's like, he don't give a fuck. And I guess if you stand on the stage in front of 50,000 people, you gotta have a little bit of not give a fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's Luke, man, and he just dropped a lot of gems. I know I got people on Facebook right now dropping the mad faces. They don't even know why. He just explained. I just had him explain to y'all who he is as a person. And if you think about it, he's been fighting for his people since he was a young guy. So when you hear him fighting for coaches, and it sounds to you like, man, Luke bitching again, he just explained to you why, dog. Some of you will never understand it because some of you are too emotional and you believe what the world says and you believe what the TV says and you just won't get it. But in a nutshell, I think I just got out of him the answers that you guys wanted to know. No, he wasn't finna turn the University of Miami in. He fucking loves the University of Miami. But he was also pissed at how the fuck you gonna come in and bench our local, once again, another Miami kid, black quarterback without even seeing him play. Let me fight for this motherfucker because I got a platform. And y'all say, man, remember Luke was gonna turn the program in? Well, shit. Remember Butch Davis was gonna fucking send Ryan Collins back to the to the hood and not give him a chance. So that's what it is, man. That's what you get, man. Shout out to Uncle Luke, man, for coming on here doing that. And yeah, what I got out of it is, man, people gonna think what they think. They're gonna do what they do. And could you imagine just going on every day still like, man, I'm just gonna do what I do and y'all gonna do what y'all do. Imagine what mindset that is. I know people when I tweet this, everybody gonna come up here, they gonna say stupid shit. Luke, you still love Florida State, you're a Florida State lover, and they gonna tweet all this crazy stuff, right? But I can only imagine he looks at it like the peasants. I mean, they ain't got nothing better to do but say mean stuff to me. Shit, I ain't saying nothing mean to them. like, you know what I'm saying? But man, dog, listen, fandom is gonna be fandom, and things gonna be what they were. That was 100 from Big Dog. And yeah, man, Rich, we need to get these NFTs popping, dog. Medi, where you at? We need to help Luke out because Luke got all type of NFT all type of NFT goddamn shit he could do. So there y'all go. Y'all heard it from the man mouth. I'm the Bitcoin expert. Shout out to IOD Squad, Investor Die. You feel me? Shout out to IOD Squad, Investor Die. The man say I'm the Bitcoin expert. Ever go holler at him and help him out. That was some good shit right there. Yeah, man, I tried to clean it up because my homeboy married and his wife is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? But when we was growing up, he kind of picked, he had an odd issue. He kind of liked chicks with nice bodies, man, and okay faces. You know what I'm saying? But he married a cute, we always married something different than when you always dated. You know what I'm saying? But he married a cute little church girl. Her damn dad was a pastor. And she was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't cut from the same mold. Man, fuck y'all. That's my nigga. He know I love him. I don't care what y'all think. Yeah, dog. So shout out to that. Luke does have some dog NFT content that can be put out there, dog. Big time. He hit the nail on the coffin with that shit. He really do. So go screenshot this, send it to your friends, tell them y'all just got an explanation. Tell them y'all just got an explanation on why Luke did what he did. And you see how he told the story? I mean, he told the story like, listen, man, I done told the story 100 times, but here we go. And then here come Twan jumping in with his fucking 2 cents. You can tell when the motherfucker went to Dilla, boy. You can tell old Broward Dilla. Here he go, his 2 cents. He ain't said nothing all day long. He gonna come here and say the damage is done. So nah, dog, that's good stuff from Luke, man. There's 1,000 things I could have asked him. I wanted him to clarify to y'all about Ray Ray, who he was talking about with all these good grades. It's Ray Ray. It's the Clemson commit. Yeah, I didn't know that about him in the grades. He does seem like a bright young kid, but I just wanted him to let y'all know who he was talking about and understand that it's the reason he's committed to Clemson is because Miami didn't want him. And it's going to be like that sometimes. Shout out to Johnny Fulton, man, with the IOD Squads emojis. 786-405-9499. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad. It's going to be like that sometimes. You feel me? It's going to be like that sometimes. We ain't going to get them all. We ain't never going to get them all. Now, I don't know if Miami was built on, I don't know if we got, Miami wasn't really, well, we didn't have stars back in the day, but like he said, Warren Sapp didn't fit the size. I think Jonathan Vilma was small coming in, wasn't he? Which one of the linebackers wasn't as big coming in? Jonathan Vilma or DJ Williams? One of them. Hurricane Millie said, you just heard it from his mouth. So don't go back and say he tried to get Miami canceled. Hurricane, they still gonna say it, dog. They still gonna say it, dog. They still gonna say it. It ain't gonna change. It's not gonna change. I mean, the mind is a funny thing how the mind works. It was Vilma. Nate Webster was undersized. Damn, all our linebackers was undersized. Nate Webster, Vilma. Everybody was undersized. That boy Trucker say freaking red. Yeah, nah, that last question, though, I just wanted to ask him, though. Listen, you've had 1 billion fine-ass women around you, right? Like, does it ever get old? Like, does it ever get like, man, I don't looking at no women today, man. Let's go to goddamn. Let's go look at some art. Let's go to the museum. But he said it doesn't. So listen, dog, like Luke just talked about the NFTs. We're going to get him in on that. Our NFTs drop March the 18th. Our NFTs drop March 18th. We'll bring my NFT guy in here, Rich. Rich, what's going on, bro?
Yo, Street, what's up?
Chilling. We're gonna talk a little bit about the NFTs. Like how do you buy them? There's gonna be a link that you guys to get them from. How it's gonna go down. IOD Squad to go down first, and then the members will get access to buy them. Then we'll release them to the public. Rich, but check it out. Anything you want to get off to them first, and I want you to explain to them the value of a FOOTBALLVILLE NFT and how it could help all of us as a group.
Well, with anything that's entertainment related, we got to understand that the culture is the people who consistently buy into or follow a specific platform. Mm-hmm. And what we're seeing is, of course, NFT is like a new phenomenon. You're starting to see athletes talk about NFTs. You're starting to see people in the music industry talk about NFTs. And it's a space that everybody's trying to navigate because it kind of gives you ownership of the culture that you're building. And everybody that's on here, we're all part of the culture. And what we're doing, what FOOTBALLVILLE is doing, is we're enabling the folks that have been, diehard, Caneville fans, FOOTBALLVILLE fans from day one, to have the opportunity to also own a piece of the culture that they've helped create. Right. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Go ahead.
No, right. No. That's a perfect way to put it. They drop on March the 18th. We're going to have maybe 5 different versions. It'll be multiple of the different versions, and we also going to give away something. Talk to them about that, Rich.
Yeah, man. So this is something that me and Street talked about this morning. For our inaugural launch, what we want to do is we want to give away a couple of different prizes. The first place prize is going to be $1,000, one stack. So the way we're going to do it is for anybody who purchases at least 3 NFTs, and it could be at any price point. So we're going to have some that are for the low, and some that are a little bit higher that are more exclusive content. But if any 3 that you buy, that enters you into a chance to win that $1,000. Of course, with from that point on, with the sets of 3s that you buy, you're entered multiple times. So that's the first place prize. But then we talked about a second place prize. What's that second place prize, Street? I think you're on mute.
I had just muted my background. But anybody, so anybody who buys an NFT, so we're giving away $1,000. Anybody who buys an NFT will actually, this utility of it, get access to in the future when we have gatherings with former players and things of that nature. You will have access to that stuff right off the bat. Explain to them like different price points, because I know they thinking the price is going to be crazy. We're going to try to keep it in the range of what we talking about, Rich.
We're talking $40 to $100. So we're trying to and let me preface that if you go on OpenSea right now and you look at some of the collections that are actually popping out there, that are actually reselling for a lot of money, to get in on the ground floor of some of those collections, I would say typically you got to pay about $600 for one NFT. So we're doing it a little bit different. Ours is going to be, it's not going to be priced that high. It's going to allow everybody the opportunity to purchase a piece of history. And so that's why, the price range for this first batch is going to be $40 to $100.
Right, and then what you're going to add is the gas fees. So you probably are laying somewhere around 150, no more than 200. We're trying to get you guys in.
Right.
Right. And just keep in mind that the work was already done. Like the first NFT I created was Lamar Jackson versus Tyler Huntley high school game. There may be another version of that in this batch. I was the only FOOTBALLVILLE was the only media company at the game that has the whole game anywhere. Tyler Huntley first Lamar Jackson in high school, and they're on the same football team. Tyler Huntley backs up Lamar Jackson. CBS contacted me over the Thanksgiving break about the footage, and they were going to run a story. Then Tyler Huntley caught COVID that day and didn't start. But the work was already done. The work has already been done by me or whoever else was involved with FOOTBALLVILLE as it grown. So it's value that we already have. I mean, we could very well take it and license it and try to sell it to companies to do documentaries. But what we're saying is that understand what we're saying. The power is in numbers. We will allow you to invest in the piece of it. This is the first few. Then we're going to drop more. We'll drop another set. We'll allow you to invest in these things. And if a community, we buy them, we push the movement forward, the value of it go up. We all eat.
Right.
That's something that the FOOTBALLVILLE team doesn't have to. We don't have to do that.
Not at all.
No. I've been contacted by Netflix for videos I have. I've been contacted by there's a QB1 Netflix that contacted me. I've been contacted by Netflix. I've been contacted by news stations. I've been contacted by Words of Liberty City. I have the catalog. What I'm saying is, as a community, let's bring it in tight, and we can make this happen together. I know some of you guys don't understand it, so we have a video out there, and I'll post it everywhere today. We talk about NFTs and how do you go buy them, because that's part of it too. Most of y'all they're gonna click on the link, they're gonna go to OpenSea and be like, man, what? And listen, and this is where we always fail at. This ain't easy, man. This ain't easy. What is a wallet? What is crypto? I gotta, man. Fuck this. I want to go. Give me what is Ciroc at? And that's why we always behind. That's why we always behind. Shout out to Willie Boston becoming a member, man. That's why we always behind. You're gonna have to learn something new. You're gonna have to learn how to get a MetaMask wallet. Easiest thing in the world to do. You're gonna have to learn how to connect to OpenSea. We got a video to show you that. And you're gonna have to learn how to go in there and purchase an NFT. We got a video to show you that. But what usually happens is that it don't happen in 5 minutes. You be like, man, they won't connect. It's my internet. Oh man, Euphoria on? Man, current on Euphoria, man. Fuck this shit. I'll do it tomorrow. That's what always happens.
And you know what? Here's the crazy part. Both you and I did the same thing the first time we got in the NFT. We sat there and we knew that a certain NFT was a good NFT. I think it was priced around $300 to $400. We both wanted to buy the NFT, and we was both like trying to mess around with how the wallet work and how the OpenSea work. And after a while, we was both like, man, you know what? Forget it. We'll just go ahead and buy it later. We ended up not buying it later. And I think 2 months later, those same NFTs was selling for like 4 times the price.
The fucking ape trader, this shit would not connect. You know what I'm saying? Dog. No, it was the humans. The humans. Yeah, the humans. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get on with the humans and it wouldn't connect, yada, yada, yada. Because all of these technologies and things are new.
Right.
The internet can work perfectly now. You wake up in the morning, this motherfucker on, you go to Facebook, you start looking at your side chicks, right? It works perfectly now. Luke just texted me he had fun. We got some business to do with Luke.
Yes, we do.
It works perfectly now, right? When the internet first started and that motherfucker used to be like, it did not work perfectly.
That's true.
But it was still valuable. But it was still valuable. You had to have patience. It wasn't as fast. When that Yahoo screen used to come up, I used to be like, yeah, I'm gonna get on this chat today and get me some. But it would take forever sometimes for the Yahoo screen to come up. That's what I'm saying.
True,
we're at that point with cryptocurrency, NFTs. It's not going to work perfectly. But we're here on IOD Squad, Investor Guide, to guide you guys and show you, hey, listen, man, this shit work. People making buku money off of it, man. Just follow us. We'll help you. You just can't get frustrated and be such in a rush to go to sleep and get back to work tomorrow. All right, so we done NFT preaching. So listen, anything else we need to pass to them? Because we're going to do this every day until they drop, all right?
Nothing else as of now. Like you said, we're gonna announce this every day. First prize winner is $1,000. It's a stat. So put your money where your mouth is. If you got $100, $200 to spend, go ahead and spend it. Get them NFTs, and next thing you know, you're gonna be one of the people that's in the running for that $1,000. So we thought it only be, it's always good to be a blessing to other people. So with this project, we want to bless other people too. And that's part of the value, right? So some people would ask, what type of value do you get out of investing in Bitcoin or NFTs or anything, or the stock market, right?
Right.
Well, this is part of that value. So we could have very well just dropped the NFTs, but we want to bless other people, and that's what it's all about. So go ahead. You got payday is Friday. That's why we're dropping on Friday. So we're making sure that we can accommodate. But this is exclusive. This is why FOOTBALLVILLE is different from all them other boys. I'm not gonna name no names, but this is why FOOTBALLVILLE is different.
Right.
So there you have it.
No. I totally appreciate you, man. Darren, I was finna say something you just said. I thought about. It'll come. It'll come to me later. Somebody just said that with AOL, you used to get a phone call. AOL will restart and start over again. No, man, it's the truth. It's the truth, man. Dog, listen. A lot of working overnight, getting off in the morning, going out there to the park, having passion, shooting these games, believing in these kids. Right. And now there's a catalog of things that I'm allowing you guys to invest in. And y'all heard Luke. Luke said, listen, man, I need to get up and do the NFTs. People saying I got a lot of good NFT companies. Oh my God, I can only imagine.
Right.
The content that Luke has and what he could do with NFTs. I can only imagine.
Exactly.
So we're partnering with him, man. We're gonna do this every day, a little segment this every day until we drop these things, man. And if y'all get involved, get 1, get 3, whatever you get
10.
Move the community, hit 10. If you got it, get 10. You help move the community forward. Oh, this is what I was gonna say when you were saying that the value in things. What did you say about the value in things? Buying your money. What you just said?
Well, we create it. We create the culture. So things only have value when people stand behind it.
Right.
And when they say that it's valuable.
Right.
So, I mean, that's how everything is built. We on YouTube. The only reason YouTube is as valuable as it is because people come on here every day. People spend their money on here. They spend their time on here, and therefore it's valuable.
And right. I mean, you were saying something about that's true. You were saying something about money, like putting your money into, and it made me think about the bank. Like putting your money into something and it not making money, but we put our money in the bank all the time, and what does it give you back?
It gives you nothing in return,
and it just sits there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It never beats out the rate of inflation. So, I mean, really, it gives you nothing. You get negative you get a negative back when you really think about it.
Right. So put your money in something that can go up in value or eventually make money is how you get money, and you do it enough, the light bulb will go off, and you'll be like, man, what my mama was talking about, that's some bullshit. I wanted to ask Luke if he ever went to college.
That's a great question, man.
If you had to take a guess, you think Luke went to college?
I would say no. I mean, he was a young millionaire. So, I mean, the time that it takes in order to go through college, I mean, you know where I'm at with it. I'm trying to finish the master's degree. I'm never again. I'm done with the whole school thing. But you know how it is, man. So
right.
The time that you got to commit to that, I don't think he would have been able to do what he did so early on in his career if he was at somebody's college.
Yeah. I think some people are creative and ambitious. You know what I'm saying? I think college can teach you a skill set, and you've seen people. I mean, you've seen people go up the chain. You know what I'm saying? In their own rights with college. But like P. Diddy was at Howard. He dropped out. He created Bad Boy.
Right.
Right.
Well, I'm not saying college is bad at all, because you know my situation, but
right.
I am saying that it takes a lot of time,
mm-hmm.
and you got to think of the time value of money. So it's not just the time to be in college, but it's also the time that you are not making money by doing something else.
Right. For younger kids, I think it's a place they go and they find themselves. So it's a time to kind of play it like an adult, not really be an adult, make decisions, maybe fuck up your life, or maybe extend your life, you know, or elevate your life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it has a value with kids. But I was gonna ask him that, but he had to get out of there, man. That was a great interview, man. And y'all share it. Let somebody who needs to hear it. Your friend that's a Kane fan and always saying, man, Uncle Luke is flaky, man. He don't like right, man. He just explained the whole thing, man. The reporter took his words and turned it into, man, y'all know how they do.
Yeah, you know what? That's a testament to you too, man, because I don't think any of what happened today with this interview was supposed to go this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happened that you have people dropping in watching FOOTBALLVILLE all the time, and Luke was gracious enough to go ahead and call in on his lunch break. So shout out to FOOTBALLVILLE for sure, and shout out to Uncle Luke, man. He's been a pioneer doing his thing in this community for a very long time. Sometimes he sees certain things because he's been in certain rooms that we don't see. And just like he said, instead of hanging out with P. Diddy drinking Ciroc, he actually goes back and offers $500 gift cards to kids who get good grades. I mean, if that's not making an impact, I don't know what is.
That man said he could be on Star Island hanging with P. Diddy and watching the chicks jump in the pool, but he finna go coach some little Haitian kids at Edison.
Right.
Which he's brought that school to a level that hadn't been in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. It's been a minute.
Right. And that's what he chooses to do. And if you can't see that, then something is wrong with you. Is he perfect? No, motherfucker, you ain't perfect. Probably home eating starch right now or something. You know what I'm saying? You probably got some weird, probably home. You got some weird shit you do. You ain't perfect.
Right.
So he's not perfect. Now he's not perfect at all. But I wanted y'all to hear him saying he's stuck up for Ryan Collins because he has a platform. When you say something, people will listen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's brave. I think that's how you define that, being brave.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right.
So shout out to you once again. I know we've been on here for a minute. You've been on here for almost 2 hours now. So
right. Yeah, enough. We get out of here, bro. So all right, man. I appreciate you. We'll do it again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do it tomorrow, man. Same time, same place.
This all started from me talking about why we not mad about the coaching staffs. And then Luke got on here and explained it. He's told some of those stories numerous times. about the coach T-Mart want to come in here and basically work for free, and Miami just wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? They just wasn't on that. So listen, they've already get down with IOD Squad because they're going to get access first. 7 days. Gas is so goddamn high right now. It's only $20. You know what I'm saying? It's only $20 to get in right now. That's gonna be like that for a few more days. The link is at the top of the YouTube. It's always there. Some of y'all still don't see the shit, but it's always there. The link is at the top of the YouTube, and I'll text it out right now if y'all want to get involved. Y'all heard Luke call me the NFT Bitcoin expert, and y'all still don't believe shit till it's stink. There go the link right there. IOD Squad. Investor Die. If you're just getting in here, man, you missed a good one with Uncle Luke talking some real stuff. I advise you to scroll it back. I was just about to show y'all, and we'll look at that tomorrow. Alabama record the last 10 years. If you look at it like scrolling, oh, it's despicable. It's nasty. If you look at Alabama record the last 10 years, and you just scroll down and look at 13-2, 13-0, 11-2, 14-1, 13-1, 14-1. Oh my God. You talk about kicking ass. Good Lord. That is crazy, dog. We'll look at that tomorrow. I think I was going in there to show you that Alabama had a rough time. And they did. They went through a little rough patch. And somebody was saying that they had a hard time hiring coaches at that time. Because I was talking about how do we let Miami hire some of these staffs and not be up in arms about it. So listen, man, I'm D, man. I've been on here for a long time. I'm about to get up out of here. I totally appreciate y'all, but I'm gonna leave y'all with this before I get up out of this motherfucker. I ain't just gonna leave y'all hanging like that. We'll be back on here 11:30 tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all like and share for your boy. And listen to my homeboy, man.
Some unrealistic bullshit to make you be like, oh, that's what I got to do. I'm about to give you the game right now. I met a millionaire. I sat down with him and I just talked to him a couple hours. I was in Africa. Changed my mindset. And he was telling me, he said, see, what happens is when you come from poverty, desperation and lack is your mindset. So you want to hold on to something, right? That's the thought process of I'm saving my money. Right? I'm gonna save my money. No, I'm saving. Saving is a terrible thing to do, people. This is what saving looks like. This is life. This is liabilities. This is, vacations and bills and unexpected bills and a woman and here come a child and this just get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's life. Investing looks like this. And investing, it should look like this. While this is on the right side is small, investing is this. Investing is growth. It's growth. But saving is not. That's what I learned. And the man told me, he said, when you take your money and put it in the bank, this fucked me up right here. He said, how you think the bank makes so much money? Most of us think it's because of the interest rate. Man, the interest rate, man. It can't be for the interest rate because motherfuckers like me, I didn't used to pay my shit was in collections. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how hood and ratchet y'all was or is, but me, I was one of them. Hey, man, y'all got to get that shit in blood, man. So I know y'all can't get rich off motherfuckers like me because I wasn't paying it. So how the bank so rich? When you take your money and you set the money in the bank account, as soon as you set that money in the bank account and sign that paper, deposit slip, and it goes to the thing, guess what? The bank started trading on your money instantly. Here goes my $3,500 paycheck. Yes, sir, rebound. And then you're like, okay, thank you. Have a good day, girl. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to just save it. You saving it, it's collecting dust for you. Before you get out the bank, they trading your money. So your $3,500 is $15,000 before the day even ends. Maybe within an hour, they've turned your $3,500 into $15,000. But if you come back into that bank and say, let me see what I got in my bank account. It's going to be the $3,500 you put in there. So they're making a profit off of your money every fucking hour. And you ain't going to get none of that. You just saving, baby. You being pimped. Most of my money don't even see the bank. The bank, y'all ain't finna trade my motherfucking money. I'ma trade my money. What the fuck I look like letting you get all the profit and I come in there and got the same thing sitting there looking at me like the same it was when I put it in there. You got me fucked up. Most of us don't know that. See, back in the day, you had to have $1 million. You had to be in Wall Street to be able to trade. So we didn't have this opportunity back in the day, people. And I ain't just talking about black people. I'm talking about people that don't have shit. I'm talking about people that are not in the 1 percentile. No matter what color you are, that's the real shit. Where do you fit at in this world in the tax bracket? Okay? All the race shit, we think that's what it is about that bag, people. Now, in 2021, I don't have to have $1 million. I don't have to have my daddy who got me and signed me and brought me into Wall Street with my suit on to trade. And I don't have to do that. I can trade with $100. Like, this shit is wide the fuck open. My boy, back to him, who trades for me, said to me the other day, said, bro, you know, I don't get about you. He said, you're a very smart dude, man. But my question is, why do you allow me to trade for you? You didn't want the bank to do it for you. Because when he trades for me now, he get a cut of my money. Why would you want me to trade for you, right? Well, you know you my brother. I'm going to give you all the game. Why ain't you saying, Mike, teach me how to trade so I can trade and keep 100% of the profit? Why not, Mike? And I had to be honest with myself. It's the same reason most of us out here know that we can trade now. It ain't like back in the day, but we don't want to do it. It's because I was scared. I was afraid. Because when I see them motherfucking wiggly lines and shit, it look like wiggly lines to me. Wiggly lines and numbers and digits and graphs and shit. I'm like, hold on. Not public school, Mike. That's a little too much for me. I don't know that. It seems, you know, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can learn that. And guess what came to my mind? This is going to hit you in the heart right here. This is going to fuck you up. When you went to that job that you're doing right now that you don't even like, you didn't know how to do it. All that shit looked foreign to you. But guess what they said to you? Don't worry. We're going to teach you how to do it. Yeah, we got a whole program for your ass that ain't never seen this before. Don't you worry about it, Michael. Yeah, we have orientation. Oh, we got this shit broken down. See, it's foreign right now, but in 90 days, oh, nigga, you going to be cold at this shit. We're going to teach you something you don't know how to do that's foreign to you to come in here and make this other motherfucker rich. Yeah, that's what we going to do. That's the game. So why am I not afraid to come learn that shit to make this big sloppy sandwich eating motherfucker that's on a yacht somewhere with beautiful women that would never give him no ass if he wasn't that rich? Because of me and because of your ass. Because we in here making his dreams come true. I'm going to tell you some unrealistic bullshit to make you be like, oh,